When it comes to purchasing a used car, a lot of people will ask about years to avoid. So the Skoda Fabia MK3 actually doesn't have a lot of years to avoid. The third generation was quite good, and all the years are quite decent, and they don't have a lot of difference. But I would recommend to avoid the DSG transmissions made between 2015 and 2017. In those model years, these DSG transmissions are known to have a lot of issues with TCU, so transmission control units, and also the clutch packs in this cars. Fabias are quite light cars, but anyway, even in the Fabias, those model years of DSG transmissions, I mean 7-speed DSG with dry clutch, they are not so good. They are okay, but you'll spend a lot of money replacing the clutch pack and the TCU at some point. And if you're buying a used car with some mileage on it, you never know when this point comes to your car. So actually, this is not a very good idea to buy a 7-speed DSG of 2015-2017. Other than that, it's only mileage, it's not years. So you don't need to avoid certain years in this car. You need to avoid cars with high mileage, but what high mileage is for every engine and transmission, it may differ. For example, for the 1.0 MPI, I would say that buying anything with more than 150,000 kilometers on it, 100,000 miles or 90,000 miles, it's not very wise idea, because you will be left just a little of resource in this car, just a little of lifespan. I believe it's the lifespan of these engines is 250, but after 200,000 kilometers, it's not miles, keep this in mind, 250,000 kilometers, but after 200,000 kilometers, they will start taking some money out of your pocket, because you will need to replace the clutch pack, you will need to look at the timing belt, you will need to invest in this engine, and it doesn't make it really cheap to own. And also, I would say that if you're buying a 7D SG transmission, buying anything with higher than that 100,000 miles, 150, 160,000 kilometers is not very good, because these DSG transmissions, they are very expensive to own once they step over 150,000 kilometers. Over 200,000 kilometers, it's like a lottery, and you will obviously lose this lottery, so doesn't make sense. But if it's 150, you can consider buying such a vehicle. Also, the 1.4 TDI is a quite good choice, it's very reliable, but it still has one problem with the ecology. So after 200,000 kilometers, it will start taking money out of your budget, out of your pocket, because it will throw the emission warning lights, emission warning messages, and you will have to go to a good garage or maybe dealership and replace the DPF and look at the EGR, and it's not that cheap nowadays. So you will not want to buy anything with higher than 200,000 kilometers. And also, when you're getting a Skoda Fabia MK3 with any engine, any transmission, it's very important to inspect the car carefully, to read the codes, to see the history of service in this car, to go to the dealership and take out the history, pay them maybe some money. It's like 50 euros, maybe some dealerships will give it for free, and look at the history of servicing, of repair. What have they replaced in this car? What was wrong with this car? Like, what was the last big repair, and so on and so forth. So it's important to know what you're buying when it comes to Volkswagen cars, to Skoda cars of the modern generations.